Hey everybody, Ted from Mob Rules here. So I don't know about you, but I'm excited about something that just came out. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Chances are, if you're watching this, you probably didn't watch it when I first released it, so it's been out for a little bit. But, if you are watching this when I released it, ah, so excited, so excited, Burning of Prospero. So what do you think, guys? Should we open this? Still shrink wrapped. All right, let's start with the good stuff. Slices, and peel back. Oh, I think it's one of the ceremonial things we must do. Smell the plastic. Smell of crack. Ooh, so glossy. All right, so you ready for this? Coming up. Ooh, all the plastic. All the plastic. So if you could zoom in just a little bit on all the plastic. Oh man, this is so exciting. So your chances are you've probably seen some leaked pictures. So you'll probably get a better understanding of what's in here than what I come up with. But let's take a look at some of this. So it looks like we got a ton of backpacks. What's kind of neat is that they're two-parters. I think that's so you can put heavy weapon slots on here, or heavy weapon options perhaps. Maybe not. They look like they're all standard. Maybe it's to have the overlap cables with a little bit more dimensionality to the backpacks. It's kind of neat. A little bit something different. Oh man, look at these swords. I like how they're flayed, like right at the top. Like they're a little bit thinner down below, and then they just open up towards the end there. So just a little bit more weight towards the head of the blade. That's pretty tight. We have the Roman what is it, the the broom handle there. Somebody was telling me that the power fist, we're gonna have optional slicey fingers for lightning claws. But it looks like we have the power fist right there in its entirety, and the lightning claw is just a two-parter. So you have like the power fist, or the base of it, because you have the lightning claw thumb. So it's not going to be interchangeable, it appears. Oh man, look at this! They got my my iron hands in mind. So the power a thunder hammer. I don't think you could typically take those in just generic tactical squads. So that is pretty unique if that's the case, unless they're going to change that or change it and I didn't pay attention. Yeah, so I played Iron Hands typically, and it looks like the back of the leg is just slightly different. So we don't have like that piston that goes in the back. So it's a nice standard issue. Looks like the, oh gosh, what do they call it? The Voxilla, the Vex something or other. It's the same one as what was in the original Betrayal at Calth. A lot of your weapons look like they're pretty much the same. So the plasma rifle and the Melta are identical. So we still have those. We got some holdovers from the last edition. Oh, I like that. There's clips. The bolters are different, so they look like a little bit nicer versions of the Mark III, like the Forge World Mark III. So there's a little bit more detail to them. I also really dig that they have the holstered pistols. So that's really tight. Okay. So what's kind of interesting is that we have, I think they're starting to think a little bit, no. I take that back. That's the same sprue. Okay. So in the past, I was really expecting them to have like this whole sprue be one complete set. So you just like folded it, stuck it in the box, and let it go. So it looks like they're a little bit odd. So we have a reoccurrence in the backpack sprue here, but the head sprue is also attached. So probably maybe it goes like that. I don't know. So head sprues. Head sprue. It looks like all the heads are almost identical. So we have all these these vertically oriented slats. We have one right here that doesn't have any slats. And then it looks like we have one right here that just has holes, like dots. And it looks like the right hand side, so some have a vertical as well as the dots. One of them is just dot and dot, and the blank one has dots as well. So there's a slight variation in the heads. Looks like the chest pieces, let's see, looks like the chest pieces are all the same. So I'm guessing the back pieces are. Looks like the shoulders are all the same. So I'm guessing like a lot of our variance is going to be later on. So then we have more leg sprue, more leg sprue, more head and body sprue. And then we have the heavy weapon, backpack, and body sprue right there. Okay. What else? What else is different? Oh, there's a guy with hair. I thought they went completely bald back in the day. So we got some hair. All right. Here we go into the Custodes. This is, oh, look, oh man, check out that head. I don't know if you're as big of a bits nerd as I am, but that head is looking tight. It's all the detail. It's like a lot meatier than a lot of the regular heads. So it looks a little bit bigger than your regular Astartes. So it's not just like they have bigger armor. Like it's a whole bigger beast of a man. It's pretty tight. So here we have the halberd. There we go. With all sorts of detail. Looks really good. It looks like as a Death Watch halberd. Man, all the details on here are bananas. But it looks as though if you decide that you're not going to do Custodes, you could probably get away with using some of these just to like spice up like your captains and stuff. So it looks like it's probably about the right size. Actually, the arms look like they might just be longer, but not like beefier. So this is kind of neat, man. I really dig like the way they do these triggers and stuff. Say like they're revving up like a chainsaw or something. Yeah, that's really cool. The backpacks are a little bit, the way their backs go a little bit different. So they have like looks like their life support is like in their back. So it's like somewhere in between a Terminator and a Marine. Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chests. I thought I looked online and there might have been more. There's a ton of shields. It looks like we have 10 shields of these little ornate shields. And they probably fit, I don't know where they fit. They might go on a shoulder or something. That's usually how those go. And let's see, I think there was a bunch of heads. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's another human head. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so you'll have plenty of heads to play with. You might have some extras for your Marines. Oh, there's your, was the power knife. I was so excited about that. It was kind of, I mean, I guess you'd have a power knife, but I think the name is just kind of silly to me. But it's super cool. Neat idea. All right, so here we have the Tartaros Terminator sets. Okay, so if you noticed, you probably saw this online, but there's the autocannon. That's kind of jazzy. So you get some long range potential with these guys, which is neat because they can actually run and sweep all the lightning claws. God, I love this. You're coming into like the more traditional power claws at this point. And it looks like even the chain fist, they're separate pieces that probably fit onto the power fist. So, you know, that's kind of cool. If you could find a magnet small enough, that might be kind of hard. You might be able to just magnetize those themselves. Oh, that's kind of fly. Look at that. A studded shoulder pad. Man. It looks like your combi weapons is kind of the same philosophy, where you have your, oh wow, your Volkite pistol. That's right. I think I saw that in the picture of the sprue. There's those pictures of the painted guys. That's kind of cool. I like how he's pointing with his sword. The heads, it looks like you're kind of you're hearkening to the Mark IV, the Maxis Space Marine helmet. I bet if you didn't use them with your Terminators, those would look pretty decent. Yeah, because I think that ball joint looks like it's about the same size. So you could probably put those on your Mark IV Marines. So a lot of interchangeability. I think like the last set, the Cataphracti, there wasn't a lot of interchangeable. It was just, you know, you put it on there or you didn't. Because I ended up putting some other heads on there and I had to like slice them right at the nose. What else is on here? There's your, is that your grenade launcher? No, that's part of your heavy flamer. Let's see, that goes on top of your torso. That's probably your grenade launcher on top of your sergeant. Yeah, the heads are all relatively the same. They're mostly either horizontal or vertical breather holes. And then I think this one looks like it has a little bit more detail to the top of it. So there's a little variance there. Okay, probably about the extent of my lens. So you can either go no hole, and there's got to be a helmetless one. There's always a helmetless. Oh yeah, so we got Harry McHarrison. Looks like about the same head that we've seen on other Terminators. Man, I don't know. It's gonna be pretty dope. So I'm seeing the heavy flamer and the autocannon, as well as a plasma rifle. I don't know if that's. Ooh! Oh no! All right. Hopefully I'll edit that out. Sorry about that. Yeah. So the camera decided to go for a ride. Anyway, so we're seeing a little bit more of those legs that you can position to give your guy a little bit more depth to him. Oh, foldy. And yeah, there's a plasma rifle in here. So I don't think you can. It might just be part of a combi weapon. Because it looks like there's a flat side on the other side. So, no, this folds over. Okay, that's the back side of that. So you can get them a plasma rifle or plasma something or other. I'm not sure. I haven't really played with Terminators too much other than what came with the Calth box. Alright, so where are we? Oh, sisters. Here we go. Let's play with sisters real quick. Okay. They're a little bit more dainty. The heads are really small, to be honest. They kind of look like Dark Eldar heads in a way. Not so much as stylized, although somewhat. I mean, you still have the top knot. You really could actually put these in your Dark Eldar and it'd probably just be fine. Their torsos are really tiny. That's really small torso. So, but their legs are really stout. So I think they're not going to like snap at the leg at least. And their arms are really itty bitty. And their bolters, and the bolters are looking kind of meaty compared to them. So, yeah, so it's kind of neat to be somewhat proportional. There's tiny little hands, little Trump hands. And I like the detail on here. I think this is really cool. I mean, anybody who's tried to freehand detail onto the cloaks, this is just going to really speed things up. Instead of having to like come up with some design and then try to implement it without it looking too stark. Too blotchy and inconsistent. You can tell that I've had that experience. So anyway, that's that. You have swords. You have flamers. It's really feeling like the Sisters of Battle in a lot of ways. Okay, here's another sprue of the Sisters. One thing I was not a big fan of was all the top knots. So I might just cut the tops off. But we are seeing a few, like this one you could. Okay, here's a helmeted one. That's good. Although it looks as though it's a partial helmet. I do like that semi-mohawk feel to her. That's kind of cool. Little pointy fingers. I think she's just like putting her hand out. Oh, it looks like her fingers got cut off. Oops. What happened to her fingers? Yeah, she lost her fingers. You can see it right there. Lost her fingers. Anyway, on to the characters. This is Fell-Handed. Mr. Fell-Handed, I can't remember what his first name is. Bearded and big fuzzy hair. I don't know how they do that. That's a lot of Aquanet to get your hair to do that. It's something that Dark Eldar seem to enjoy too. Maybe not the new ones, but the old ones. I'm kind of digging that stout Mark. What is it? It is a Mark III, isn't it? Armor. Yeah, I mean it's really unique. It doesn't have all the I don't know what you call that. The cascading plates. And it looks like that, what is that? That is a shoulder pad. So it's a really interesting one. It's just almost like a Terminator shoulder pad. This is probably some sort of artificer armor. Like his bolter kind of swaying in the wind. It's kind of groovy. And Ahriman. This is dope. I'm kind of excited about this. I'm getting 2 boxes, so I think I'm going to make one up to be 30k and then one shave off some of his things and put a 40k symbols all over him. So that's pretty fresh. I really dig the space wolf down here that he's standing on. That's tight. I don't know if I can do anything else with it other than keep him standing on it, but yeah, I don't know. There's not much to say about this one. I mean, it's cool, but it's not like over the top impressive. I do dig the arm with the split fingers. Anytime they add something like that, you know, I just feel as though they're pushing the limits of their engineering, because I know how hard that would be and how fragile. Hey, look, bag of bases. Oh, whoa! Oh man. Okay. What? I heard they were gonna have D12s in here, but this is your D&D set almost. So I mean, yeah, we're seeing D4s, D8s, D10s, D12s. It's a full shebang bang. They just need some D4s, and we're done. I didn't say D4, did I? Okay, so it looks like these are the psychic powers and action cards and all that jazz. Let's see what they look like real quick. And I won't go through the book. Maybe I will. Okay, so here's your psychic cards. Looks like some of them get a little damaged or marked. Pry, Wings of Fire. Corvidae. This is probably the spell categories. Pyre, Corvidae, Thanian, Pavani. Warp Channeling. I wonder what that's about. Yeah. So I heard that there was. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into that. I don't know how this works. So, Wonder Zero, Test of Will, Silence. I wonder if these are ability cards. Maybe. I don't know. Choose whether this card generates 1 willpower point or 0 willpower points. If you choose 0 and your attempts to resist the current psychic power from being cast are successful, the enumeration phase immediately ends. Oh, okay. So it looks like some sort of abilities going on. Fly. And we have more plastic. Would you like more plastic with your plastic? Burning of Prospero, Legion at Roar, the rules, the put together stuff, okay. And then we have your character sheets. See, chain sword, the combat, shooting, supportive fire, range fire. Sweet. So it looks like your different weapons do different things. That's good. It's not just like, here, you have a heavy weapon. So I think that was the case with the last one from what I remember. Maybe not. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played it. I really liked Betrayal of Calth, but this is the fluff. You get all the fluffies. All the fluffies. And then, you know, the advertisements. Yeah. You know, I've never been like a big Custodes person, but I'm maybe, you know, I'm going to keep some of them anyway just for the game. But, okay, so we have just like a standard board sizes, board dimensions that are plopping in there. Somebody was saying that this, I'm kind of seeing it now, that little vehicle right there is one of the hover tanks that are coming out from Forge World for the Custodes. So that's pretty fresh. I don't know what else to say about this until we read it. Maybe we'll do a review on the podcast next episode. Hopefully. Alright. So the board. Let's do it. How's the board look? Ugh. Oh, I just dropped the sheets of things. Okay. Last little bit. More plastic. More plastic. Looks like some. Oops. Sorry about that. Got my mic. Looks like some Tempest Winds, some psychic abilities, some other whatnots. Looks like some tokens. Yeah, here's your terrain, two-dimensional terrain. Board. Okay. It's good quality. I mean, it's nice. I mean, if you've played a lot of their games these days, like, this is kind of what to expect. I mean, they've really always had good board sections. I can't remember a time when they didn't. maybe Gorka Morka and Necromunda weren't as good, but it was okay even then. Yeah, the Egyptian theme. I mean, granted, Prospero was definitely heavily Egyptianed, but ooh, looks like a little warp eye coming out. Zincha's watching you. That's bananas, because they weren't quite... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, they were... You had all the flesh change, so they could be one of the Thousand Suns. Maybe he mutated and came into there. I don't know if that was... There's a little tentacle. What was going on there? I don't remember demons coming out of the warp at this point. So, oh yeah, I'm sorry, there was a tentacle. Paying too much attention to the board, not the camera. So, yeah, so it doesn't seem like it's quite as fluffy. Although, here's a Slaanesh logo, so I don't remember if Slaanesh was in there. No, it's not the Slaanesh. I'm sorry, that is Zinch. Yeah, so it doesn't seem to quite match, but who knows? Maybe there's some aspect I never finished Thousand Sun, the book, so maybe. Anyway, that was pretty awesome. I can't wait to play it. We'll give you a review later. All right, bye.